Hey guys, this is Lino with Exit Realty Connections in Wappinger Falls. I just want to take a moment and chat a little bit about what I like to call a pre-listing appointment. We all get excited when we have a listing. I mean, that's great, right? But what do we do before that? What do we do before the appointment? Your appointment is Tuesday at 10. So what do we do prior to Tuesday at 10? And some of the things I like to suggest is for the agents to drive around and check out the area. It's really important to understand and know the area where the home is located. What are some of the amenities the area has to offer? Shopping, houses of worship, and things like that. It's really important. Also, you'll drive around and see if there's any other properties on the block that may be for sale. Now, I know you can do that through the MLS, but it's important to drive the area because you may find a FSBOs who on the block and really see what your competition is. So doing things like that is very important. Plus, you get a second to drive by the home. And I don't mean stop by early, I mean drive by the home, and you can pick out some things that maybe are not aesthetically pleasing to the home that maybe you can suggest for when you do have the appointment. What they can do, remember, it's a first impression, right, when you first pull up. So try and keep that top of mind. You want to also generate a list of questions for your homeowner. And what I mean by that is look around the house, ask them when was the roof repaired last, when did they fix something that had been broken? When did they do this? When did they do that? Just to get a time frame of how updated. Now you can see how updated things are, but you get an idea if they did any extras for the home. When did they add the sun porch or the sunroom to the back? And I also like to ask them what they think their home is worth. People sometimes, especially FSBOs, right? They have their home is worth $100,000 more than what they pay for it, and I get it. My home is going to be worth $1 million more than what I paid for it, right? So I understand that. But it's important to see where they stand and get an idea of what they think their home is worth. You may ask them how much they owe on the mortgage. Because remember, when it's all said and done, you got to have enough money to pay off the mortgage. And the house, number one, has to comp outright, right? So that's really important. When are they looking to sell their home? Do they have some type of timeline? Do they have to move somewhere else? Do they have to sell their home to buy? These are all certain questions you want to ask the homeowner to make it a smooth transaction. So again, they get to know you, you get to know them. Do what I like to say is your lawful due diligence. Go to the town, go to the village, pull the deed, see who's on the deed. There have been some times where an agent would go to the home and they're going to see Mary and John, and it turns out that Mary and John aren't on the deed. They're the kids, there's an estate, someone had passed, or they forgot their brother's on the deed. It could be one of many things. But you should try to know more information about that house based on what's recorded in the town hall than they know about the house. You can see what permits have been pulled. You can see what projects have been done. It's really important to know these things before you get there. Number one, they're going to look at you as a crackerjack agent, that you did your homework, right? You did everything possible to get comfortable with that home, and they're going to know that, and they're going to feel that, and that's really, really important. You may want to check the taxes, see how much the taxes are. I know if you come to my house, you say, how much are your taxes? I say, I don't know, 10,000. Okay, great, 10,000, but it could be 12. Are they in a village? Are they not in a village? Some people don't know that. Some people don't realize they're in a village and they pay the taxes a couple of times a year. So maybe they don't put the two together or add them up, but it's really important. And it's also important to know that you find the real taxes, because remember, STAR programs and all that stuff should not be on the listing. It really should be what the real taxes are, because you don't know who the next person is that's buying the home. And then you want to do your CMA. And your CMA, if you're an experienced salesperson, you should know how to do a CMA. But don't only look at the houses that are sold. Compare them, and I always like to say, to your competition. So yes, go back 6 months, within a mile, half a mile, depending on where you live, and see what the comps of the properties that are sold. Those are going to be the most valuable. I get that. But the other valuable ones are going to be the ones that are currently on the market, and you might get a wide range of $50,000, $60,000, because some people are being unreasonable and some people are being reasonable. So you want to kind of come in the middle where you're going to get more eyes on your property to be able to sell the property. So it's very, very important that you look not only what's sold, but look at what your competition is, what's currently on the market, and then you also want to keep a look at what's pending and see what's in contract or what's not in contract. So that's really, really important. And the other thing is, remember, a relationship. From the time you got that listing appointment, you want to continue to always build that relationship with the homeowner, the seller. Now, it may be your cousin, maybe your sister, it may be somebody you know, but continue to build that relationship every step along the way and every time you talk to them. And when you get to the appointment, that's a whole training for another day, but the relationship is really important. Always go, always accept whatever they offer you to drink. And you don't have to drink it, but always accept it because that's just a warm feeling. But we'll go through that on another training. But just for now, just wanted to get some quick notes out there on what I like to call a pre-listing appointment. Have a wonderful day. I wish you nothing but success in the real estate business, and I will see you at the top. Thank you so much.